think about balance, what really comes to mind? Usually it's maybe standing on one leg, trying not to wobble.
Yeah, that static picture. But, that's not really how we experience balance most of the time, is it?
Exactly. We're rarely just standing perfectly still. We're always moving, shifting, reacting to things.
Right. And you shared some great source material with us, really focused on getting quick, effective knowledge out there. And the core idea is, well, it's spot on,
Which part?
that we think of balance as holding still, but the source points out, and it's so true, it's this constant dynamic negotiation happening all the time.
That's the key, isn't it? That dynamic part. So today we're diving into a challenge from the Finch Q team. Let's call it the 30-second challenge. And it's designed to improve balance, yeah, but also posture and even cognitive function, but where it counts, like in real-world movement.
Precisely. The goal here isn't some complicated routine. It's really about understanding and maybe training how your brain handles movement when you're doing other things. Like moving, looking somewhere else, reacting, maybe even multitasking a bit. That tiny shift when you turn your head, to say hi or glance at something. That's your system constantly adjusting. And that's the system this challenge aims to strengthen. We're talking about mental longevity, adaptability.
Wow. For just 30 seconds a day, that sounds like a huge return for minimal effort, basically upgrading your nervous system on your coffee break.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's unpack this. Starting with the movement itself, what exactly do you do?
And I love how simple it is to start. The sources really stress that, no gym, no equipment, no excuses, angle.
Yeah, you can do it anywhere.
Literally anywhere.
Okay, so let's walk you, the listener, through the steps. It sounds simple, maybe deceptively so. Step 1, just stand tall. Find a good, solid stance, feet comfortably apart. Then stretch your arms straight out to your sides.
Keep those elbows straight. Really reach out.
Yeah, like you're making a T-shape. Good posture to start is key. Right?
Absolutely crucial. You need that stable base before you add the tricky part.
Okay, so arms out. Then you start the movement. Turn your right hand so the palm faces up, and you look directly at that right palm. Really focus your eyes on it.
Got it. Eyes locked on the right hand, palm up.
Now here's the coordination bit. You turn that right hand palm down.
Okay.
While at the same time turning your left hand palm up. And as you do that hand switch, you turn your head to look directly at your left hand.
Okay. So it's like an opposite action. Right palm goes down, left palm goes up, and your head follows the up palm.
Exactly. It's this sort of alternating cross-body thing between the hands rotating and the head turning, shifting your gaze.
While trying to keep that tall, steady posture.
And you just continue that, slowly alternating sides, now looking right as the right palm turns up, then left as the left turns up for about 30 seconds. And remember to breathe comfortably.
Slowly is key too. Right?
Yeah.
Not rushing it.
Definitely. I actually tried this, and honestly, keeping the focus while coordinating the hands and the head turn, it's trickier than it sounds. It takes real concentration.
It really does. And that slight difficulty, that's actually where the magic happens. It looks like just a physical movement.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of gentle, real-world simulation. By adding the head turn and the shifting eye focus, you're making the brain react to change while the body tries to stay stable.
So you're practicing staying steady while things are changing around you or while you're changing your focus.
Precisely. The source material promises that each repetition helps you stay steady in motion.
That makes a lot of sense. You're training for life's messy reality, not just, perfect lab conditions.
Exactly.
But let's get into the why. Why does this specific combination, the head turn, the eye tracking, the hand flip, why does it work so well? Why add complexity if you want stability?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Why deliberately introduce a little chaos?
Yeah.
The answer is neurological. And the sources give us a great term for it, sensory conflict.
Sensory conflict. Sounds uncomfortable, like something you'd want to avoid.
Normally, maybe. But in this controlled way, it's actually beneficial. Think about it. When you're trying to balance, especially while moving your head, you've got three main information streams going to your brain.
Okay, what are they?
You've got your eyes, the visual system. You've got your inner ear, the vestibular system, sensing motion and gravity. And you've got signals from your muscles and joints, that's proprioception, telling your brain where your limbs are.
Right. Eyes, ears, body sense.
Yeah. Now, when you turn your head, especially if it's a bit quick, those signals might not arrive at the brain at the exact same time. Or worse, they might slightly disagree about your position in space.
So the brain gets these mixed messages for a split second, a little bit of confusion.
Exactly, momentary confusion.
Yeah.
And the brilliance of this exercise is that it forces the brain to deal with that conflict. It has to quickly adapt, recalibrate, and coordinate all three systems more efficiently.
So you're basically making the communication lines within the brain faster and more robust.
You got it. You're building better highways. By deliberately creating this tiny, safe moment of instability, you're actually making the whole system stronger and faster at handling real instability.
That feels counterintuitive at first, but when you think about how we train muscle stress and recover, it actually makes perfect sense for the brain too.
It really does follow that principle.
Yeah.
And we should definitely highlight another key element being trained here: gaze stabilization.
Okay, what's that?
Every time you turn your head but keep your eyes focused on your hand, whether it's the right or the left, you're training something called the vestibulo-ocular reflex, the VOR.
The VOR, I think I've heard of that. Isn't that what lets you, like, read a sign while you're walking without the words jumping all over the place?
Precisely. It's the system that keeps your vision stable, even when your head is moving. Think driving on a bumpy road but still being able to see clearly. That's your VOR working hard.
Wow.
And the source points out this is basically the same reflex they train in specialized clinics for people with dizziness or balance problems, vestibular rehab.
So this simple 30-second routine is giving you a dose of that kind of professional-level neurological tuning.
In a simplified, accessible way, yes. You're fine-tuning the fundamental machinery of how you perceive and move through the world just by turning your hands and looking at them.
That's pretty incredible. Improving the basic hardware. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, because you said the benefits go beyond just physical balance, right? Like, they actually extend into, like, our thinking.
They absolutely do. We move from just basic movement control into the realm of, well, neurological resilience, cognitive benefits.
How did that work?
Well, think about everything you're managing during those 30 seconds. You're holding your posture right.
Yeah.
You're trying to breathe calmly. And you're doing this quite complex, alternating visual tracking task all at the same time.
Okay, yeah, it is quite a bit to juggle mentally.
That juggling act, that multi-layered demand, is actually a form of cognitive training. It fires up the higher centers in your brain, the ones responsible for attention and executive function. Executive function, like planning, focus, switching tasks. Exactly. The ability to manage multiple streams of information and activity simultaneously. It's often called dual tasking or even multitasking. And strengthening that ability is incredibly important for staying sharp, especially as we get older.
So it's not just your body multitasking, it's training your brain's ability to manage multiple tasks effectively.
That's a great way to put it. And particularly for older adults, this kind of dual task balance training is proving really key. Research shows it can enhance reaction time, improve focus, boost adaptability.
All the things that help you stay independent and navigate daily life confidently.
Precisely. So what looks like just a physical drill is actually powerful cognitive training too. A tiny daily deposit in your mental longevity account.
That connection between moving well and thinking clearly is just fascinating. Okay, let's pivot slightly. You mentioned posture earlier. Let's look at the physical mechanics a bit more. Those arms out, the palms turning.
Yeah.
It's doing more than just challenging balance, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a smooth pivot because the mental and physical are so tightly linked here. When you do that alternating palm rotation, one up, one down, that movement encourages a very subtle but continuous scapular and thoracic opening.
Scapular, shoulder blades, thoracic, upper back, and chest.
Exactly. Think about how most of us spend our days maybe hunched over a keyboard or phone.
Guilty.
Right. This movement gently coaxes your shoulder blades back toward the better position. It helps free up the movement in your ribs and upper back. And this is crucial. It improves your breathing mechanics. When your chest is more open and your upper back isn't locked up, your diaphragm, your main breathing muscle, can actually move more freely and efficiently.
Ah, so it leads to potentially smoother, deeper breathing without even trying to breathe better?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
It creates the physical space for it to happen more naturally. Plus, as you said, the focus required tends to stop you from tensing up your neck and shoulders while you do it.
I did notice that. You can't really brace yourself. You have to stay somewhat relaxed to do it smoothly.
It's like a quiet little re-education session for your nervous system. The source mentions how these slow, controlled head turns ripple through the whole upper body chain, neck, jaw, ribs, even influencing the pelvis subtly.
Wow, that far down.
It's all connected. So over time, this repetitive, gentle coordination can lead to what the source calls postural reprogramming, basically helping improve muscle symmetry and nudge you towards better long-term alignment.
Okay, so let's recap. Neurological gains, cognitive boosts, better posture, potentially better breathing, all from this 30-second exercise. Which brings us to the wellness side of things. How do you make something like this stick, make it a habit?
Yeah, that's always the challenge, isn't it? Turning a good idea into something you actually do. But I think the key here is that the immediate feedback is quite positive.
How so?
You often feel a difference right away. Maybe you feel a bit taller from the postural cueing, or you notice your breathing feels a little easier, or maybe some of that neck and shoulder tension just melts away a bit.
And feeling steadier, even slightly, probably builds confidence too.
Definitely. And the source material really leans into the idea of play to help make it stick.
Yeah.
They suggest not getting hung up on perfection.
Right. They say the secret to progress is not perfection, it's enjoyment. I like that.
Me too. And enjoyment or playfulness is actually a powerful switch for learning in the brain. So they suggest adding little cognitive layers once you're comfortable with the basic move.
Like what?
Like maybe count how many turns you can do smoothly without losing balance.
Yeah.
Or try naming the colors of things you see on the wall in front of you with each head turn. Keep the brain engaged.
For a real challenge.
For a real challenge, try doing just one slow, controlled turn with your eyes completely closed. That really forces your inner ear and your body sense to take over.
Whoa, okay. That sounds tough, but adding that novelty probably stops it from becoming boring, which is when habits die.
Exactly. It keeps the brain learning. And this all leads directly into the real-life carryover. Why this specific exercise is so smart.
Because it mimics things we actually do.
Precisely. You're not training some abstract skill in isolation. You're practicing the coordination needed for everyday life. Like turning your head while you're walking, maybe on uneven ground. Or glancing behind you while carrying groceries. Or greeting someone as you pass them.
It's training for existence, not just exercise for exercise's sake.
Well put. And if we zoom out to the bigger picture, the source argues that the simplicity is the genius here. Really complex exercise programs often fail. Why?
Too hard,